Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of BattleTech. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're just to join me today here in the Mech Bay. And I am messing around with things, but I didn't want to do anything off camera. I've been just looking at the controls, and I'm more or less familiar with how things work. And we have, of course, last episode we spent the whole episode talking to, what was his name? Meyer? No, it wasn't Myers.
Need something?
Hey Yang, how's it going? That's your name. I'm sorry, gotta get back to work
I'll
here.
be here if you need anything.
Thank you very much. So we're dealing with our mechs, and look at that. I have a fifth mech. Yep, I have a fifth mech. Mech is a different little guy. I can't look at it, unfortunately, not from here. Which is interesting because it's quite clearly made for big mechs, and these are medium, so there it is. And what I wonder what that is. The 20 over there. I'm not really sure. But anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna refit this guy, and I'm not gonna repair it. I'm actually gonna remove all of the. So we got the jump jets over there. I'm gonna leave them there, and this allows me to. That's interesting. I'm gonna cancel and refit, so I can change the armor. Armor is free, I suppose. So I'm gonna refit and I'm gonna remove the weapons in particular. So we have large laser. Is that what it is? L laser. Large lasers exhibit a powerful combination of damage. Yep, and a medium laser. So that's what you have. Is that what it is? Because I'm trying to remove your weapons. And I don't see them here. I just see the jump jets. Those are not it. So you currently don't have any weapons. Am I wrong? No, you have medium lasers, machine gun ammo, and machine guns. You just have the one medium laser, though. No, that's you. Yeah, you have... Oh. CT, center torso. CT destroyed. Center torso destroyed. Yeah. So, I need to replace that. And I can dismount these components. Or are they broken? How about I confirm? Missing weapons. This mech must mount at least one functional weapon. Really? You may confirm your changes, however the following issues must be fixed before this mech can be fielded in battle. Yeah, it makes sense. So that's me dismounting them, I think. Yeah, confirm. So, I'm gonna remove destroyed components. Okay, so these take some days. I'm not gonna repair this guy, though. So, we're gonna go back. No, I'm just gonna say, I don't want to read that. Okay, it's fine. So, we don't have the weapons. We lost them. Okay. Okay, I can do that. We're gonna need to repair this mech, though, because we're gonna run with all these three. And this is gonna be the extra one. We'll see how that goes. So, let's refit and see if we lost anything. Let's replace. I lost an autocannon. That's lovely. And I lost a medium laser. Yeah. Pretty bad. So, I can repair this. There's a repair all, if I remember correctly. I thought there was. Fire support and skirmisher. So, I can repair that. We have an autocannon over there. That is, I believe, the head. It says right there. Good stuff. And I can change the armor values if I want to. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna mess with them for right now. Strip, equip. Oh, those are quick. Oh, repair all. That's what. Yeah, that it is. Strip armor. Oh yeah, max armor. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna strip everything. I'm gonna confirm, and I'm gonna see how long it takes to strip things. Remove takes 0 days. That's good enough for me. Okay. Okay, so we have 6 days of that. So I confirm that.
I'll let you know when that's done.
Good. Can I... Oh. Okay, let's do the refeed over here as well. And just strip all the armor, strip all the equipment, and repair. Let's just do that. I think that might be a good idea to just do it. It's gonna take 3 days. Of course, that's gonna come after the whole thing. We're also gonna need...
And noted.
We're also gonna need to look
Shouldn't be too hard.
at our new equipment that we might be able to get, but we're also going to be very interested in not losing arms and anything like that, because weaponry, that is valuable.
I'll get it in the schedule.
Yeah, let's just do the same here for you over here. This is not going to take any time, because it costs money to remove weaponry? That's interesting.
I'll let you know when that's done.
That's interesting. Now, I can't do anything with you, so you're good for the moment. And then we have all the things. So how long is that going to take? We have basically 18 days. That sounds good to me. All the rest of the stuff is waiting, and you are also basically waiting. Interesting that it's done. Yeah. So we can fit this mech. Yeah. These two are done. That's pretty good. I can scrap you for parts. Probably want to do that. But probably don't, actually, at the same time. Anyway, we can do that. Let's look at our shop. How do I do that? So if I go over here, stop work. Not up here. There was a shop. We saw it. Oh, is it on the bottom? What is that? Oh, that's commands. Okay. Captain's quarters, navigation, reputation, customized company. Oh yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, but not with these current. Oh, I'm still gonna do that. I can change the name. Well, it's the RPG Army. You know what do you think it's gonna be? Let it be for right now. It's fine. I'll look into that. Contracts. I have contracts. I have barracks for MechWarriors. We're gonna need that. Well, not right now, not immediately, but we're gonna start hiring more people pretty soon. I got Star Map, Leopard, Store. That's the one. Okay. So, Leopard is our own ship. As we figured before, we can sell things, autocannons for nothing. Oh, that's a autocannon too. What is that? AC/2s deal moderate damage. What about the autocannons 5? Strike a balance between long range. Okay, so it's different types of autocannons. Good. Okay. So what I want to look at is to see if there's anything with a plus sign on it. 30 ton. Oh, these are mechs. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. A Panther. It's a light one. And then over here we have another light one. They come with stuff already equipped, which is pretty good. They don't come with a pilot. Ooh, reputation 10% price increase. Because of who I'm buying from, or just because of my normal reputation? I think it might be because of my normal reputation. Long range missiles. We're definitely gonna want to have some of these, but I'll see what I need. So let's start with weapons over here. Do we have anything that's marked as plus? We don't, so we can buy any of these things at any time. Not really a big deal. And then we have 2 light ones that I don't really want. I just want to have mediums and heavies. That's gonna be my setup. Doing the scouting is okay, but let's see. So let's have a chat with Darius.
What do you need?
Hey man, it was good to see you at Ops. Could I do something for you? Sure. Can you tell me more about our debt situation? Yeah, sure, that's fair. And I'm glad you're taking an interest. I've got time to get into the nuts and bolts of it if you do. What do you want to know? So why did we take out so many loans in the first place? Oh, how much time have you got? I mean, we've been hit with 1,000 expenses since we were forced to flee Koromodir, but I guess you're mostly interested in the big ticket items. Well, first and foremost, there's the Leopard. We still owe a lot of money on this ship, and losing her isn't an option. Then you've got all the assorted fallout from our impromptu trip across the frontier, jump ship passage, docking fees, miscellaneous travel expenses, all paid for on credit, as if we had a choice. There's more that I could get into. The loan we took out to set up Markan's family, etc., etc. But that'd be gilding the lily at this point. The fact is, we're in a lot of trouble and with a lot of lenders. But hey, we're mercenaries. We leave for trouble. That's true, man. That's the spirit. Who are we in debt to exactly? I want names. How about I give you the top 3? First, you've got the Blue Horizon. That's the big commercial bank on Lyraton. They're the ones that own the lease on this ship. Then there's the Indri Consortium. They've got people everywhere, but they're based somewhere in Marek space. We borrowed from one of their associates to make the jump away from Koromodir on the day of the coup. Finally, you've got Lockdown Landing. They're a frontier outfit from Hastur, and they're as crooked as they come. Now, I wouldn't normally do business with an outfit like the Double L, but we didn't have a choice. They made a deal with Blue Horizon to buy half of our debt, so that's the big 3. A commercial bank, a shadowy financial consortium, and a bunch of like breakers in cheap suits, and each of them is dangerous in its own way. Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna have to deal with those through the course of our adventure. That's enough money for right now. Let me ask you something else. I got some questions about running this company, if you could. Sure thing, Vic. I'd be happy to help. What do you need to know? Okay, these are tutorials. Oh, the other ones were tutorials as well. I wasn't reading these, but yeah, let's go with that. So, what do I need to know about mercenary contracts? Outfits like ours depend on the mercenary review board to post certified contracts working for reliable employers. I say reliable, but let's face it, Vic. Most jobs come down to us doing the work that the rich and powerful can't be seen doing. Mercenaries are deniable assets. We travel from system to system, picking up jobs and making ends meet. Sure, space travel costs sea bills, but some employers are desperate enough to pay travel expenses for mercenaries willing to make a few jumps for a gig. Okay, what intel will I get about a contract before I accept it? Most employers will give us enough info to understand what we're fighting and why. Some are cagier than others, but by and large, they want us to succeed. Because of the, except for our last one, right? Maybe, no, they actually did want us to succeed, but anyway, we just raised a few cities in the process. Because of this, he says, we generally get enough intel to get the job done. It isn't a perfect system, but it works well enough. There are a few key things to look for in a contract. First, you need to understand what type of mission it is. Next, you should take into account, or you should take account of the climate conditions in the area of operation. Finally, it's important to know the expected strength of the opposing force, or OP4, vital even. What can you? I'm gonna ask about that. Tell me about the types of missions we may be offered. Okay, in my experience, most contracts come down to one or more of a few basic ideas: blowing something up, taking someone down, keeping something safe, or making a mess with heavy ordnance. There'll be variations here and there, sure, but for the most part, our jobs are gonna fit into one of these categories. Giant bipedal weapon platforms aren't exactly known for their subtlety. Yeah, that's true. But then again, we don't really need to do too much with... Oh, there's a car over there. Nope, you barely even see it. What about climate conditions? That's gonna be for heating. As much as I have been able to see, it's gonna be mostly for that. If you're not watching the climate conditions, you're not in full command of the battlefield. In most environments, you've got to watch your MechWarriors weapon fire and jump jet use so they don't overheat their battle mechs. Badlands and deserts make your mechs run hotter, so you're gonna want to pay careful attention when you're fighting there. Low atmosphere, non-terraformed planets are worse. You'd be wise to swap out some energy weapons for ballistic weapons in those environments, or pack on some extra heat sinks. But the vacuum of lunar environments is the worst. It's counterintuitive, I know. Space is cold, right? But no atmosphere means basically no heat dispersion, and you're sitting on top of a fusion reactor. Use your jump jet sparingly, or you'll be shut down in no time. Yeah, space is cold indeed. All that said, frozen environments are like heaven for our mech warriors. The heat from weapon fire and jump jets dissipates at a much greater rate, and you'll have maximum options on the battlefield. Okay, what about mission difficulty? I kind of wanted to learn about that. It's important to have an idea of what you'll be up against once your lance hits the ground. Unfortunately, mercenaries are often on the ass end of mission intel, and the most we'll usually get is a rating of the enemy's overall strength. At best, the mission's difficulty rating will give us an idea of our post-mission repair bills and medbay time, or a signal that we should avoid the mission altogether until we can bring bigger guns. Yep. As a general rule, we should field the heaviest mechs we can on a given mission. Bigger isn't always better, though. Speed and mobility are important on escort and other missions where flexibility is as valuable as firepower. I'll try to give you a heads up when we're offered missions like that. Well, thank you very much. You're very kind, very helpful. That's very nice. Yeah, Vic, of course. It's gonna take a lot of time. I know. It's fine. Can I withdraw from a contract? Absolutely. That's the great thing about being a merc. It isn't our fight. We're here to make money, not die for a cause. You can back out of any contract negotiations at any time with no harm done, but once we deploy onto a battlefield, it gets a little trickier. If things start going sideways during a mission, you can still withdraw to save our own repair bills and medbay time, but it may still cost us. If we withdraw before achieving any objectives and destroying at least one enemy, the Mercenary Review Board will rule it a bad faith withdrawal. Not only will we not get paid, we won't get any battlefield salvage either. Plus our reputation will suffer, both with our employer and with the MRB. Now, if we withdraw after achieving an objective and destroying at least one enemy, then the board will rule it a good faith withdrawal. Our pay will still be reduced, but our reputation won't take a hit, and that's important for business. One last thing on the subject: if one of your mechs is getting banged up bad and it looks like a mech warrior may not make it out alive, you can order them to eject during combat. Sumair will fly suborbital and recover them, and will scoop up their mech after the mission. That's very nice. What about reputation? Our mercenary outfit's reputation determines the quality of the contracts we're offered, the quality of the MechWarriors willing to hire on with us, and deals we get on weapons, mechs, and equipment in local stores. Most employers won't offer us the really juicy contracts until we've proven ourselves over time, but once our rep is solid, we'll get access to some high-paying gigs with opportunities for some serious battlefield salvage. Okay. Oh, I asked this already. Why are you giving me that again? Yeah. Interesting. Oh, because... does it go back? Yeah, maybe. No, it doesn't. Interesting. Oh. It's got the things already. So why is salvage so important? Well, duh. If CBLs are like blood, salvage is like food for a mercenary company. Or something like that. I don't really do analogies. Let's just leave it at that. Salvage is good. Here's why. Salvage lets you replace components you've lost, or upgrade your mechs better to better suit your combat tactics. And if you don't end up needing the salvage you get, you can always sell it off at the nearest store. Salvage rights are a time-honored tradition in the mercenary trade, and figuring out who gets what at the end of an engagement is a vital part of our business. In addition to CBLs, most contracts will offer salvage, reflected as a ratio like 2 to 10. The first number represents how many priority salvage items we get to hand pick after a battle. The second number is the total amount of salvage we'll get, subject to the whims of our employer. You can negotiate salvage rights for every mission you accept, so keep that in mind. Oh, that's pretty amazing. So how do I do that? How do I negotiate contracts? Well, mercenary contract reputation is pretty straightforward out here in the periphery. It's all based on the golden triangle. CBLs, salvage, and reputation. CBLs are the coin of the realm, so to speak. We use CBLs to pay for travel expenses, upkeep on our ship, salary for our crew, and repairs or refits for our mechs. CBLs keeps us flying. Salvage is part of our take, too. The more salvage we take off the battlefield, the lower CBLs are deposited in our account. The fewer CBLs we ask for, the more salvage we get. Now, you may want to take less money and less salvage in order to increase our reputation with the party offering the contract. Yeah, it'll cost us now, but the investment could really pay off later down the road. That sounds like a good thing, actually. Okay, tell me about something else. What about our outfit's finances? How do they work? That's pretty simple, really. Every 30 days, we have to pay the crew and cover our regular operating expenses. Upkeep for mechs, for the mechs we have ready in the mech bays, upgrades to our equipment, things like that. So, if we don't have enough CBLs to cover our operating costs at the end of the month, when our financial report comes due, we're out of business. Merc life doesn't allow for second chances. Remember that when you're ordering weapon refits and ship upgrades, and make sure to reserve enough to cover our monthly nut. Yeah, I figured. I'm sure that this is obvious, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. How can I raise the operating costs of our company? How can I raise? Well, obviously, the more. Oh, I see what the intention behind that question is. Obviously, the more MechWarriors we hire, the more we've got to pay out each month. Nevertheless, it's a good idea to have a strong bench. You never know when someone's gonna take one in the meat and be out of action for a while. Yeah, we're gonna need one, actually. That's a good point. Any upgrades we make to the ship still have upkeep costs too. Yeah, they're advantages, but they're advantages that require ongoing maintenance, and that costs CBLs. Okay, how can I lower them? Well, for starters, consider putting the mechs you plan to field for a while, or you don't plan to field for a while, into storage, although it'll require time and CBLs to refit their equipment and ready them for combat. Stored mechs have no upkeep costs. By the way, remember that you can sell mechs' chassis and equipment if we're ever low on cash, or you see something shiny in a store that you've just gotta have. That's a good idea. Maybe I will sell the other one. Anyway, back to the operating costs. You can always dismiss a MechWarrior if you're having a hard time making payroll. And every month, you get to decide how generous to be with your pay. Careful, though. A mercenary salary has a direct effect on their morale. I don't really... I see a lot of people say effect rather than effect. I know that in Portuguese, those are completely different words. And they are basically very similar. But they're very similar. Effect is very similar to efeito, and effect is very similar to afetar. So yeah, basically they come from the same root, but they are different words. And I'm pretty sure this is not how it's said. But then again, that's Darius. Maybe he doesn't. He's not a very well-read person, or maybe I'm not a very well-read person. Anyway, something else. Let's talk about my MechWarriors here. Sure. What do you want to know? So, how much do I need to worry about their morale? Mercenaries aren't like members of the Royal Guard, Vic. They're in it for the paycheck, not for loyalty to some noble house. Because of this, keeping their spirits up is important. Mech warriors with high morale get inspired more often on the battlefield. Their heads are in the game, and inspired mech warriors can create opportunities. I've seen inspired mech warriors make precision strikes I thought were impossible, focusing their fire at one location on a speeding enemy as if it were standing still on a shooting range 25 yards away while wearing a sign that said "Shoot me" in neon green. Inspired mech warriors show amazing vigilance too. They seem to have an uncanny ability to blunt incoming damage and have heightened reflexes, so they act faster on the battlefield. Amazing stuff. On the other hand, I've seen mercs with low morale up and leave on an outfit like ours without warning. Sometimes you'll see it coming, sometimes you won't. So yeah, you need to worry about their morale, Vic. You're the boss. Yeah, I know. So I didn't ask you whether or not I did have to worry. Just how much. So what sort of control do I have over their training? Mech warriors gain experience in every mission they complete. You can chart their training and guide their development in 4 skills: gunnery, piloting, guts, and tactics. As they become stronger in a particular skill, your mech warriors gain access to special abilities that can be used in combat. The first ability is the mech warrior specialization. Mech warriors can have only 2 specializations total, so pay attention when you're training them. The first 2 they acquire are the only 2 they'll have. The second ability is the mech warrior's expertise. Mech warriors get only one of those, and it has to be from one of their specializations. Whichever expertise they learn first is the only one they'll have. So 3 abilities total per mech warrior. That's a lot of possible combinations. You'll need to decide for yourself which abilities work best together according to your command style. Yeah, don't talk to me like I'm in a game, shut up. Lastly, nearly every skill increase also grants a minor boost to some facet of combat performance. Mech warriors can become more accurate with ranged or melee attacks, can keep their mechs stable longer under sustained fire, or even take more injuries before being incapacitated. Hell, they can even get better at taking cold shots when the opportunity comes. Do more experienced mech warriors require higher salaries? Please tell me not. Wouldn't you? Well, I was gonna answer that. No, I wouldn't. I would not eat if it meant this team being amazing and having a lot of mech warriors. Shut up. As mech warriors grow in skill and abilities, their salaries will grow with them. It's possible to hire skilled mech warriors in the hiring hall of the system we visit, but they'll have higher salary requirements than mech warriors you've trained yourself. Thank you very much for telling me that. I will have everyone homegrown, and it's gonna be amazing. I'll also try to keep them alive, not like I did with Derek or Reddick. What was his name? Whatever, the dude. It's fine. So, is there any general info you'd like to share? Things happen on a mercenary ship, Vic. All the time. You throw a bunch of mech jockeys in a confined space with technicians and crew for months on end, you're gonna see some spill over from the battlefield. And operating a merc outfit isn't a glamorous lifestyle. There are hard choices to be made on a regular basis. Anything from breaking up a fight over petty bullshit to dealing with faulty power couplings. Still, I wouldn't trade this for just about anything. We go where we want, we fight who we want, and we have only one god we obey, the mighty Seabill. Well, and you, I guess. Yeah, it's the merc life for me, Vic, all the way to the end. Well, that's enough instruction from you, Darius. Thank you very much. Can we talk about you? Oh, yeah, sure. I've got time to talk. Okay, before any of this started, you worked with Arano Royal Guard? Tell me about it. It was more than just a deployment. It was a full campaign. High Lord Tamati gave us the job back in 19. We were supposed to be assisting the Royal Guard to round up and eliminate a pirate clan on Fjaldr. Commander Markan thought it'd be easy money. Turned out to be anything but. Lost a dozen mech warriors in the 3 months of the Fjaldr campaign. Had to hose them out of their cockpits. Would have been more if it wasn't for Sir Raju. He saved our people's asses on more than one occasion. Went out of his way to do it. And the thing is, we didn't have to. He didn't have to. We weren't under his protection. We were the hired help. A lot of people in Mastiff's position would have used us up as cannon fodder, but that wasn't his way. He treated us as if we were his own. He was a good man, Vic. As good as they come. Yeah, tell me about yourself, Darius. Where do you come from? I grew up on Asau Heights. It's one of the HAB stations orbiting Artru. 30 decks of economic stratification, with the corporate suits on the upper decks and everyone else crammed into the lower ones. My old man was a dockhand. We lived on deck 2B. Oh, no, wait a minute, that's not 2B, that's 28, yeah. 2 levels up from the bottom, with the other station maintenance personnel. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, my dad would load and unload cargo shuffles, vacuum-sealed quillar and nutrient paste for people like us, and luxury goods for the suits upstairs. The old man must have unloaded 1,000 cases of Cassildan eel roe, plump, succulent eggs, and the size of melon balls. Never got to taste any, though. Any of one of those tins would have cost him half a year's wage. Anyway, Vic, I don't want to saddle you with my life story. Suffice it to say that I got an eye full of what I didn't want to be on Nassau Heights, and I did what I had to do to change my circumstances, and by the age of 16, I struck out on my own. I left that station with a handful of skills, an enormous web of contacts, actually, and a rucksack full of that expensive caviar. And once I made it out of Nassau Heights, I never ever looked back. Okay, well, thank you very much for the story. I gotta run.
I'll see you.
Yeah, so I came here because I wanted to look at our contracts here. I want to see how long we have until we go there, because the travel time... Oh, we can negotiate. Because the travel time is going to be a thing. We can just wait or something. We got maximum salvage over there. That's 2 picks out of 10. Reputation. That's a maximum reputation. Okay, a +8. It could also be a B. I can't really tell. It's very hard for me to tell. And a maximum pay of 89,000. I got hiccups. And it's a very easy mission. So that's nice. And where is this? Our operatives on Bellerophon recovered a functional piece of SLDF technology. But before they could deliver it to us, they were captured by pirate forces. We need a team to assault the location they're being held at, I suppose. Never recover the technology and escape. I'm guessing the technology is some broken piece of scrap, but says Darius. But the planetary government is willing to pay to recover it. We go in and get out before they even know what hit them. Yep, okay, so this thing, if I negotiate... we have heard you're a competent mercenary. We've been having some trouble lately. That's their government, indeed. And if you could resolve it for us, we'll ensure you are paid well. If not, so be it. And he... Oh, wait a minute. I can only... do this. Oh, that's interesting. So if I want like picks, this looks like a pretty decent balance of this one right here. Yeah. Might as well be just a single slider, but I get it. Maybe we can later do this and then it will adjust the other ones, because reputation doesn't really cost anything. And besides, I can't really... Yeah, I can't... Interesting. I can't drop these. Yeah, I think it's because we don't have that one yet. Cannot gain reputation with this faction. With that faction? And that means that +0? You mean the reputation is not general, or... Anyway, this contract includes travel to Bellerophon 12 days. Travel included. So they pay for the travel. Is that what it is? Accept.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Well, off we go. Pause. So we're looking... So the time is passing. And we got hiring halls. Oh, we got the hiring hall. And we got the store itself that we saw before. All that I really care for is the plus signs. But there doesn't seem to be any. And everything is... Oh, it's ammo. There's a lot of ammo in here. Yeah, good, good. So it means I really should not waste ammo. If I possibly can. And then the hiring hall with everyone. Oh, look at all their...
Yes, Commander.
Look at all them rookies. Liao. Liao Commoner. That's not his name. I thought it was his name. That's a planet or something.
Receiving you.
Oregon nobility. Yeah, that might be... Receiving you. What? How does that go? It's receiving your transmission? I don't know. Anyway, don't want to do that. I want to manage these tasks. And I want to bring you up there. Although I'm just gonna wait, most likely. And we're arriving at a station. So the time is advancing. And it's doing things over here. And we have, I assume, access to the store already. So if I find, like if I remove these, what are these? That's ammo? Ballistic weapons. Missiles. Okay, so that's not ammo. So if I look for pluses, there's no pluses, and there's the same guys over here. There's a panther and a spider. Yeah, you keep them. Okay, so I'm basically waiting for our guys. But the problem here with waiting is that I'm gonna need Basically, my guys are gonna be out of commission for a little while. Let's go into the barracks here. And we got things on the window. That's nice. Let's see what we have. I hope I didn't do anything bad.
Waiting for orders.
Because, yeah, that guy's going to be out of commission for a little while. And I'm going to be out of commission for 21 days. That's nasty, but it's not the worst thing. So I'm going to need to hire somebody else. Wait a minute. Medusa?
Yes, Commander.
Hey. I didn't know you existed. Anyway, 21 days of waiting. No. That's a lot of money. That's like 1,100. I think that's a bad idea. I'm still gonna need to wait for the repairs of the mechs. That's gonna be something. And I don't know how long that's gonna take. So if I no, I can't. I don't want. I just want a leopard. Yeah, that's good. So from here I can manage my tasks. So it's yeah. If I had waited another week, that's gonna be very expensive. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do. But then again. Maybe I don't need to field as many mechs as I think I need to. Yeah. Let's wait until this mech is done. Let's wait until that is done. So we need to wait 3 days. What? Oh, that's the... jump ship. It's instantaneous, though. Off we go. Oh, no, we're... Ooh. Yeah, we're going... Shakedown. You're on the Leopard's Bridge with Samire, Yang, and Darius for the daily staff briefing. Darius says, we received 3 messages from the banks. Loan sharks. Samire cuts in. Yeah, from the people who are financing us. Darius continues. They're considering rewriting the terms of our loans, so it will be easier to seize this ship if we miss a payment. As usual, they're only doing this because they believe we can't fight it in court. What should I do? I have no idea. I don't want to ignore this. Educate the banks about their mistakes. What could that be? I'm probably gonna need a lot of money. Because I want to buy... I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to sweet talk to banks, and then if I need to backstab them or something, we'll see. I'll talk to them, you say, and the meeting moves on. Afterwards, you record a response. In it, you explain with much gravitas that you selected each of the banks for their prestige and reliability. You remind them of your impeccable payment history. You conclude by expressing your desire for a long and fruitful financial relationship with them, hinting that you might seek additional loans when your current ones are paid in full. A few days later, the banks contact you to say their previous messages were sent in error, quote, and should be ignored. Your company has gained the following tags. Loan status, fair. The company's credit is currently rated as fair by the bank's financing the Leopard, which should at least deter them from sending bounty hunters after you. So that sounds like a lovely thing. I love it. I love it when I don't have bounty hunters on me. And then we have, yeah, basically we are done with the mechs that we have. So the idea, oh, but we're still traveling, right? What is our current... So if I go into contracts, I didn't note it. I didn't note down the name. So yeah, we have more contracts over here, but I can't negotiate with them. Maintenance base and seek and destroy. I can't negotiate with them because of my current contract. It's available contracts over there. I guess so. Well. Yeah, it's here. No, transit. Traveling, yeah, okay, yeah, we're going there. Just not this episode, because we're out of time. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been BattleTech. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment. Like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.